Today we're checking out the MESA Boogie amp models and the Valeton GP-200. Well, we checked out the Marshall amps and the Valeton GP-200, and then we discovered that there is a huge amount of MESA amps in that unit too. And by the way, I'm offering high-gain preset packs for this unit, which consist of, well, the best high-gain tones you can get out of all these amp models, and also another preset pack, which is a little bit more rock or vintage-oriented. So if you'd like to get one of my preset packs, please give me a message in Facebook or OnlyFans, Instagram, whatever. Links are in the description below. Yeah, but today, as I said, we would check out the MESA amp models, and some of them come in my preset packs, others maybe not. So here's the editor, and currently I'm playing around with the MES2C+. But maybe let's start with the first MESA amp we find here in the list. So these are basically Fender amps, I think, or some cleanish amps. And the first MESA is here basically the Lone Star. By the way, I'm playing my Harley Benton Fusion guitar with Roswell pickups, everything stock. Got a shitload of these guitars, I love them. That sounds quite nice, so a little bit of modulation. As you can hear, or as you can see, the EQ controls go to 12 o'clock as soon as you change to a new amp model. Sounds like a cultivated Vox amp maybe. Really thick, not that much distortion going on. You can crank the gain here a little bit more. You get these nice bluesy tones, which is totally out of my scope. I personally would like to scoop the tone a little bit more, especially for cleans. If you're a jazz player, maybe you wouldn't do that, but yeah, this sounds nice. And I keep this cab model for all the amps because it's my favorite one in the unit. Of course, you can scoop the sound with the EQ here. Anyway, if you're following my channel, maybe you're here for the high gains, so we'll continue our journey. Lone Star Overdrive. That goes into the right direction. Not high gain, of course, but a little bit more gain. Split, bridge pickup. Nice for these single coil lines. This goes more into the Fender direction, in my opinion. If you boost it with a green note, it gets very mid-focused. If we apply the EQ, we can dial out some mids, maybe some more. But I wouldn't choose this amp model for high gains, to be honest. It sounds nice for these crunchy tones. Maybe better than most of the other MESA amps. I know the original Mark amps and also the Rectos, they can deliver great crunch tones, but I don't know if the models which come in this unit are capable of that. So yeah, let's check out the next one we can find. Night's Bad Solo UK, these are in the Marshalls. By the way, I made a video about the Marshall amps. Please check that out if you're interested. Here we have the MESA Mark IIc Plus, I think. Huge volume drop, drop down suddenly. Yeah, also nice crunch tone, but a little bit flubby in the bass. Turn off the delay. Gain is not the best idea, at least if you want to have a tight tone. By the way, I heard that Angus Young was playing a MESA preamp for the famous Donington concert. Don't know if it's true, but everybody thinks he's playing Marshalls always, but one of his most iconic live tones heard was done with the MESA rack. Maybe you can confirm if it's true or if it's just fake news. But this goes definitely into the AC/DC territory. Mark amps, usually they tend to get a little bit mid-focus, so that's why you have to shape your tone with the 5-band graphic EQ. I can try to emulate that by using the graphic EQ here. Okay, let's check out the next model. As you can see, they have 3 of the MESA Mark IIc Plus models, and then also 3 of the Mark IV models, and then the Rectos. So maybe this is channel 2. Disengage the EQ, disengage this. So what are the differences here? Channel 1. Channel 2, channel 3, okay, well, channel 2. Honestly, I cannot hear the differences between channel 1 and 2. At least not that significant. Anyway. Maybe this one is a little bit better for boosting. At least we can get more saturation. I would usually choose a higher number if I need more gain, because I assume the higher channels have more gain, but that is just my assumption. So, number 3. It reminds me definitely of the Patricia tones she has on maybe this is Suspended Animation album. Here they say, here the albums of Metallica and Dream Theater and become a classic. Yeah, but to be honest, I can recognize the Dream Theater, but not the Metallica Black Album or Justice, because I scooped it way too much that you can hear Metallica here. Yeah, you can try it. Let's scoop it way more. Turn off that. Maybe we need more saturation for Metallica tone. Anyway, it's not my goal to get the Black Album tone here just with one cheap amp simulator. I still find this amp model to have a little bit of a flubby bass. For leads it sounds nice, but I tend to use the same sound for leads and also for rhythms, so this would not be my amp of choice. Let's check out the MESA Mark IV lead. Same problem here. What you usually do is with the MESA amps, you, as this is a pre-gain tone stack, you dial out some bass and crank some mids for pushing mids and get more saturation out of the amp. And as you can do this here, reducing the bass, but it doesn't seem to boost the amp here if you crank the mids. So honestly, I don't know if here this tone control is before the distortion stage. Don't think so, to be honest. I don't know. I thought especially with the 2C Plus this was not the case. Let's try that out here. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe people use these to boost the amp. Looks weird here. If you would do this with a post-gain tone control, it would sound like a mess, but in front of the Gain stage. You can use these settings. And of course you have to adjust the overall tone as with the real amp with the 5-band graphic EQ, or here in this case with the EQ block. Okay, that was new to me. Well then, let's compare maybe the MESA 2C Plus stock settings, the 4. Way more bass. Just sounds more bass heavy to me. Anyway, let's do our trick here with boosting the mids and highs. Presence control is usually a power amp in the power amp stage, so it doesn't affect the guitar signal. It sounds also really fat. And keep in mind that I don't use the distortion here, the distortion block. Yeah, so that's really nice that this is working. I had in mind that it doesn't work here, but maybe I was confusing it with another model. Okay, and lead 3. More of this 2 or 3K upper mid-range crunch. You can get a ton of gain out of this amp just by boosting the mids and treble, and it can stay tight. So yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so we have a couple of other MESA amps left, especially the Rectos, of course. So let's try out that. First of all, compare it to the Mark IV stock settings. Way louder. That is the case with some amp models, they are way louder than others, so that's a little bit annoying. Valeton, maybe you can correct this. Let's try to do a boosting trick here and see if it works. It doesn't seem to work that well, but usually the Recto doesn't have this preamp tone stack control, but it seems to work somehow here. Actually, I don't know if it's working. Or it's just that these controls are that subtle that you can hardly hear a difference. So the mids and treble control. Usually I own the real Recto, and especially the if you crank the treble control, the other controls, they're not that efficient. Anyway, I would scoop this amp, although the real amp is really scooped, but not this model. Usually what people do, of course, boosting the recto, so sounds nice to me. Really not bad. And the other one, which is maybe the modern mode. Usually modern mode is more scooped and has way more highs and bass frequencies. The Recto is also an amp which sounds nice crunch settings because it has this shimmering highs, but I don't know if it's working in this unit. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, most people use it for high gains, boosting it. Tends to create a feedback here. So, do we have some other MESA amps? MESA bass. Well, I don't have my bass here, so I cannot check that out. But anyway, other MESA guitar amps, I think no. So what do you think? In my opinion, these MESA amps, they sound really nice, and especially the Rectos and the Lead 4. I like the high gain tones a lot, and also the crunch tones. For light crunch tones, maybe the 2C Plus would also be an option. And also if you don't need that tightness in your lead playing. So then there's a Lone Star, of course, for cleans, which is also an amp which is overlooked many times, of course, at least in my opinion. And yeah, of course, there are some other MESA amps out there which are maybe not that iconic. Found in the Quad Cortex, they had some clones of the MESA Quad preamp and also the MESA Studio preamp, which sound also really nice. My personal favorite MESA amp is the Tri-Axis, which I own, but unfortunately I don't have any of the Mark amps. Currently they're somehow not available in Germany, but I would really like to get maybe the Petrucci Mark 2C Plus JP, or how it is called. Costs a fortune anyway. So I think I will end up getting an angle, something which is cheap over here. Anyway, yeah, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you.